Mr. McGorham is saying his final goodbyes to Mahoney. He explains the necessity of modesty within goodbyes. The knowledge that although he is leaving, he lived his life in all its glory. The church has seen me grow. It is not time to say goodbye to the graduate class's childhood, but rather it is time to turn the page. And you can always turn to the previous one and recognize it without changing it, because all chapters must come to an end. And this Youth Sunday especially celebrates the end of this chapter. But while we all go off to what's next, remember not to dwell on the absence of past generations, but to notice the current love. Delilah doing gymnastics tricks in the hallway, Phoebe always helping when needed, and Rowan who will likely complain about me stealing her clothes until she's the one standing up here. The end of a chapter is not the end of a book, and even at the end of a book, there can always come another book. The continuation of memory and story is the truest and most permanent form of love, and the only immortality of childhood. As Winnie the Pooh says to Christopher Robin, "How lucky am I to have something so difficult to say goodbye to." It happened in a blink, and we will all keep blinking, but while we are here together, I thank you, I love you, and goodbye.
In deep humility and gratitude to God, who shepherds and comforts us, let us bring our offerings to God.
Thanks and gratitude, we offer these gifts to you.
I'm so happy, yes I am, for his eyes. Gracious God, who calls us to many things, we thank you for calling us to enjoy the cacophonous menagerie of creation. We thank you for calling us to friendships and once-in-a-moment meetings. We thank you. You call us, old, young, and in between. Your call has no age limits. Your call does not expire. Like a teen, you call us, not always when it's convenient, perhaps in the middle of the night, or maybe at a worship gathering. And you call us to serve, to live justly, and speak for those without a voice. Today, we ask for your help in doing that which you've called us to do. Tender, loving God, you call us to the children and teens in our midst and to those outside our walls. You call us to honor the talents, words, and initiative of the children and youth you've given this faith community. You call us to not just work for them, but to work beside them. And we, your people, will answer this call. Advocate God, you call us to stand with and advocate for the poorest age group in the United States of America, our children. You call us to give voice to all the young people living in poverty each day in our country. Fierce God of justice, you call us to advocate for the bullied youth, the invisible children, the victims of racism, homophobia, transphobia, sexism, and ableism. The kids who are struggling to find those who will stick up for them. God of abundance, you call us to feed the millions of children and young people who are hungry, houseless, or lacking adequate health care and clean water. Vulnerable God, each day children and teens are killed by gun violence, and others live in fear of what may happen to them in a war-torn country or in a country that loves guns more than children. You call us to protect these children. Challenging God. Answering this call is not easy. Saying yes to the agency of children in our midst and to sustained advocacy for children everywhere is a risky promise to make. We need your help. We need your love. We need your energy and courage. When we look around this room, we know we have everything we need, and we know that the time is now to answer the call of our children and youth. Walk with us on this journey. Amen. Tender, loving God, thou art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thine will be done, on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our debts as we forgive our debtors. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom, and the power, and the glory forever. Amen.
Having a day like this or supporting the young people of this church is not a one-person job. It takes many, many, many people to keep this village as strong and vibrant as it is. So on the back of your program, you will see a list of probably not everybody that I should have thanked, but as many as I could remember of all of the people who have helped guide and raise and love our children and young people this year. And so if any of you who have been a church school teacher, helped with a camp, helped with anything, if your name is on the back, could you stand up so we could take a moment to thank you for everything that you've done? You are a gift to all of us, and we have so much gratitude for you. And at the end, if you will please take a yellow rose as a thank you for everything you've done. And now if I can draw your attention to the screen again for a little snapshot of our year.
please rise for the closing? I don't know. Are living beneath the great Big Dipper. We are watched by the very same rain. We are swimming in the stream together, some in power and some in pain. We can worship this ground we walk on, cherishing the beings that we live beside. Loving spirits will live forever. We're all swimming to the other side. We got a journey and I am searching, hungering for answers in my time. I am balanced at the brink of wisdom. I'm impatient to receive a sign. I move forward with my senses open. Imperfection, it'll be my crime. In humility, I will listen. We're all swimming to the other side. On this journey through thoughts and feelings, finding intuition, my head, my heart. I am gathering the tools together. I'm preparing to do my part. All of those who have come before me, band together and be my guide. Loving lessons that I will follow. We're all swimming to the other side. When we get there, we'll discover all of the gifts we've been given to share. Heaven with us since life's beginning, and we never noticed they were there. We can balance at the brink of wisdom, never recognizing that we've arrived. Loving spirits will live together. We're all swimming to the other side. We are living beneath the great Big Dipper. We are washed by the very same rain. We are swimming in the stream together, some in power and some in pain. We can worship this ground we walk on, cherishing the beings that we live beside. Loving spirits will live forever. We're all swimming to the other side.
Beloved, let us honor the past, relish the present, and delight in the future. Let every blink be a prayer of gratitude to God, to one another, and to the children. Amen.